Ah! Oh! Oh! Ah! Oh no! It's about the best scream you're gonna get. I'm not probably gonna try and I would butcher it if I actually tried to do that. But hello and welcome everybody to tonight's fantastic dinosaur action on Magic the Gathering Arena Stampede Dinosaurs, as it usually is my favorite way to play them. And there we go. Had to get quite big for that thumbnail, but I love doing that. I think it works out pretty good. The face swap tonight used for Jurassic Park there would be kind of difficult to change the lighting to match what it was there, but you get the idea. The opponent is going to be screaming, why me? Why me? Why am I so unlucky to face a dinosaur opponent, or just an opponent that is using the new Screaming Nemesis from Duskmourn? We talked about it a little bit last night, and well, I think it has fantastic potential. It's felt pretty good for me today, I must say. But if anybody is new, if you're wondering about a primer and more in-depth chats about Stampede Dinos, the video I made a couple months ago, 2 hours, in the description. The Discord, we always have a good time there. Hopefully everybody's having a good time, but the week is halfway over. Getting close to Friday, and maybe work's going a little bit rough. I understand that does happen every once in a while, maybe more often than you would wish, but we're going to have a good time here. A good time stopping the opponent as well. Screaming Nemesis there, I felt like starting out with it. I gotta say, this is... Oh my goodness. It's basically a dinosaur. It has Enrage, as some dinosaurs do. Whenever they're dealt damage, they do a thing. Whenever this is dealt damage, we deal damage to any target. A planeswalker, the opponent, a creature, very versatile. Oftentimes we might just do it straight to the opponent, you can imagine, but they can't gain life for the rest of the game. It's not until end of turn, it's not until the start of your next turn. There is no way to basically stop this unless they somehow countered this triggered ability. There is a few things that can do that, but well, then it could be blocked by one of their creatures, which would re-trigger this whenever it's dealt damage marauding, dealing damage, or a creature from the opponent's side blocking this is also being dealt damage. They're going to have to continue to stop that trigger, and I don't think they're going to be able to do that. If they can do it once, twice is very few things stop that. So we should easily, pretty much all the time, get to stop Celestia Angels from gaining life. I know some of you, you may not play dinosaurs, but you enjoy the Angels, and they are certainly devastating. But now, oh look, I have the best shutdown for that deck. Boom. We land Marauding on turn 2, Screaming Nemesis turn 3, and their chances go up in smoke quite nicely. And with this, it's even better, because Marauding turn 2, turn 3 we play the third land. Enduring Vitality for 2 green, very nice. We still have 1 land left, but Marauding now can tap for mana. So it taps for a mana plus the third land to pay for Screaming Nemesis, which is reduced by Marauding as well. And poof, all of a sudden, turn 3 is looking pretty darn fantastic. Marauding, Enduring, Screaming. Ooh. Man, very, very exciting stuff. Now the total number of creatures, though, that trigger Vaultborn Tyrant has dropped a little bit. It was Pugnacious Hammerskull, which is going to be pretty good, whether you start out with that or Screaming Nemesis, I have to imagine. Will I continue to use Enduring Vitality? I think so. I'm going to give it probably at least the week, if I decide to continue using it or not. Get a very big sample size as well, but just extra mana. Boom. Sometimes I need it, sometimes I don't. Do I need it more often, or would I rather cut it? We'll find out. And hopefully some of you guys are also testing it out, but it is, very exciting stuff right there. Otherwise, Nothing much has changed. With the fighting, very important stuff. Archdruid's Charm, I mean, it can put a counter on somebody and deal damage equal to its power to another creature, but I want the fighting potential, specifically with Screaming Nemesis. We drop this on turn 3, Domri Anarch of Bolas turn 4, boom, now Screaming Nemesis could fight whatever big thing the opponent has. They might not have anything too big, but you get the idea. Fight, maybe Screaming Nemesis is dealt 6 damage. All right by me. Boom, 6 damage to somebody. Maybe we would have to use that damage to finish off that big creature. Or we just use it to kind of get around and deal damage to the opponents, possibly finishing them off. Very, very exciting stuff. And also the counterspell protection too. Not that I needed a whole lot. There's Cavern of Souls, and I don't know. I might consider trimming it back down to 1 copy if I'm using something like Domri Anarch of Bolas there. We'll find out. We'll find out. Pithing Needle though, staying in big time as always. And 7 minutes. Okay. I beat my record. Just a little bit shorter than last night. And we talked about Duskmourn cards for quite a bit last night, so I'd gladly talk about that again. Any other cards, take a tangent partway through here. Might only do about an hour and a half or so, but yeah. It's going to be a good one. A good one. Maybe I get a lucky streak. I go poof right into Mythic. You never know. And we'll see how pre-recorded it is. How good a job I did. Oh boy. It makes me... Okay, here we got Quintorius combo, don't we? We have... Oh, yes, good luck. I'm going to need all the luck for this Quintorius matchup. Oftentimes, I do believe at the moment when you see Kahira the Orphan Guard, that tends to indicate... Yeah. No, maybe not. I was going to say Karuga the Macro Sage. Oftentimes that is Quintorius. So this is not... Phew, never mind. I got those mixed up. Karuga and Kahira. We're good. It's not Quintorius. Probably just Azorius Control, which one of the 2 Cavern of Souls, that's going to be very important for this matchup. And getting the arc... Oh, we got something up their sleeve. I have to imagine they have removal for Marauding. I would have tried to play it on turn 2. I didn't have Marauding at that point. I didn't have the sources of red, but now we got our opening. Not that this opponent would have many counter spells. They're not in blue, as it seems. But the opponent might be blue when I do some nasty stuff coming up here. Oh boy. Cards. Well, you know what? We'll go with Palani's Hatcher. Get that down, just so we save the dinosaur eggs and Marauding doesn't take them out. Playing Marauding next turn, well, it would ping the dinosaur that is made by the second egg. So Marauding would get a little bit powered up, doesn't take them out. It's not too much of a problem playing around it like that. I wasn't able to make 2 red, so that's what I had to do. I could have played Carnage Tyrant, which maybe would have been a bit better. I'm hoping to draw another land next turn, which is hopefully going to unlock the potential of a red for Marauding and a red for Regisaur. At the moment, it was 6 green and 1 red with everything there. It looks like Boros tokens, whatchamacallit. I think I faced it last night. Something like that. With High Noon, players can't cast more than 1 spell each turn. That's fine by me, because usually my 1 spell is pretty darn deadly. We'll go no blocks and hope they don't have something that deals 3 damage. I thought it might be something that... Oh, wow. That does change things quite a bit. Sunken? Absolutely. I want to leave that source of red with Rockfall Vale there. Leave it behind. The auto tapper almost used up Rockfall Vale and Cavern of Souls, which meant I wouldn't have been able to make the red for Marauding off of the Great Henge, drawing a card, and I hope they don't take it out, but I gotta say, I played a bunch of matches today and I just never saw Great Henge, never saw it. It felt kind of bad. I felt a little bit sad. Huh. Interesting. They might kill that token. See if it is something that deals 2 damage. That would be the only thing they can take out if that's the case. I have to imagine it is something for 2. They were Okay, well, you want to get rid of a token, fine by me. If they sweep, doesn't matter. They're still probably going to die. Chaos Gaming, what is different tonight? Basically, Screaming Nemesis, the new one from Duskmourn. Whenever it's dealt damage, deal damage to any target. If a player's dealt damage, they can't gain life at all. But, I just had an itch to switch Pugnacious, move that to the sideboard. Screaming Nemesis coming in for game 1, and yeah, it could remove multiple creatures. Marauding Pings, 2 damage to Reflection, and then Screaming Nemesis attacks, somebody else blocks it, maybe the Goblin does, which I would kill the Goblin would kill Screaming Nemesis, but then it's also dealt damage by that for 2, which could be used to take out the Rabbit token, and that sort of thing. So very exciting stuff. Yeah. I like this. I would imagine they're dead. We'll see. Carnage Tyrant could have been nice, but I like those hastiness, the hasty potential. Marauding pinging Regisaur and the token, everybody attacking. Beautiful. If it was only Regisaur as my first dinosaur that gave everybody haste, it may not have made as much sense, but Regisaur 5 power, the token it makes 3, so that's 8. 2 Marauding Pings, 12. I could have played Carnage Tyrant, which would have been only 10. Counter would have been put on Carnage to 8. Marauding pinged it. Yeah, slightly more damage, going a little bit wider, and we'll see if we can get it done. I don't know. I don't like that new blue mill guy. I'm sure I'm going to face it when I face you, Scorpion, at some point. It's bound to happen. And hopefully we happen upon a win here. The opponent's looking a little bit rough. Just a touch. Of course, it might have been better to play that Carnage Tyrant, being 8 power and trample. A lot more damage potentially continuing on through to the opponent. I mean, I gotta say, it's nice to take out Reflection. Doesn't matter, sweep me, don't care, Sunfall, they're gonna die. It's nice to know they die if they sweep. Pretty fantastic stuff. That's pretty much all you can do. Interesting. JDX, how's it going? Hopefully all is well. We will get to that untapped match at some point there, I swear we're going to do it. The ban list having 30, I don't know. It would have been interesting to see. Sit back, relax, eat some popcorn when 30 things are banned. Let's say 10. There's a lot of craziness for EDH or Commander. I'm sure a bunch of stuff could be banned, but you know, maybe it kind of goes against the spirit of use all the cards somewhat. Maybe that's getting a little bit too much. I don't know. Or you just leave it be wide open. Everybody goes into it knowing that every card could be used. Perhaps 1 or 2 are absolutely nuts, perhaps like Jeweled Lotus. I have nothing much to say really about Commander because I don't play it pretty much at all, but Screaming Nemesis we don't need, that's for sure. A bunch of tokens we need. Tyrannix Rex, definitely. That's going to be much more helpful than Screaming Nemesis. But yeah, Rule 0 exists. I don't know. I guess with it being the most popular format, apparently, I'm pretty sure it is, that enough voices happened and it was banned. Hard to say. Hard to say. Hello, hello. I like that hand a little bit better. The first one was okay, but yeah, we get a Castle Garenbrig. It's pretty much all over for the opponents. I am good. I am good. I hope everybody's doing good. I know some people are not good with those commander bans, whether you agree with it or not. I don't know. I don't know. If you want a format without that stuff, you know, you can play something a little bit different. No, something not commander. Hopefully a Castle Garenbrig next turn. That'd be ideal. Well, that's not Castle Garenbrig. Send the Stomping Ground to the bottom. Hopefully get to the castle or the Archdruid's Charm, which we could search for next turn. This is true. This is true. One day they'll learn their ways. I'm going to play Marauding. I do imagine it's killed or countered. March of Otherworldly Light, which we saw the previous game. Pretty easy to take that out. Only costing 2. Or get lost, or any number of painful things. Torch, that's fine. They lose the treasure. I'm alright with that. Absolutely. That's why I'm spoiled. I just played Dinosaurs. I've had all the cards I need. Of course, it's not, you know, everybody's favorite way to play, but now we have Archdruid's Charm, and that's pretty much my favorite thing, because I'm going to be making 8 mana next turn. We draw Ghalta, Stampede, Tyrant, and they're done for. Absolutely. Absolutely. Cats, dinos. I don't know. I think dinosaurs are better than cats. Yeah. Saber-tooth cats. We'll wait and see what they play. I don't imagine there's any way they can stop Archdruid's Charm. Whatchamacallit, the bird from Thunder Junction. Exiles a spell. Cast it later on for 2. Okay, here goes nothing. They can't target Carnage Tyrant. They have enough mana that they could possibly kill Tyranic Rex. So I'm going to hopefully draw out a sweeper by playing Carnage Tyrant instead, because that may be the only way they can get rid of it. Dinosaur's better than everything. I think so. We can actually play the Great Henge right here, so I might actually do that, which is, oh, so lovely. Oh, hopefully, oh, do you have removal for this? They might, but it doesn't matter because I have 2. Speaking of expensiveness of things, the Great Henge is pretty expensive. Probably goes in, I bet it goes in just about every commander deck. Maybe not, but it's up there. It's up there. You gotta head to work. All right, well, we'll maybe finish this lovely little chat and debate about commander bans, no bans. There's going to be people for either side, but we can always have fun right here. Whether you agree, one person does, one person doesn't, yeah, that's all right. That's what makes life fun. If everybody agreed, it wouldn't be much of a life at all. Wouldn't be very interesting. Okanek ahau. Ohua ahua. Ahau. That guy. If I like cats, that's what I would be on. 100%. Give it haste. I have to imagine you'd want to give it haste, just to get a little bit of benefit right away, because whenever it attacks, makes them bigger. Yes, very, very good. Huh. Interesting. They should ban Okanek. Yeah, that sounds like it's as powerful as the Jeweled Lotus. This, I'm going to be talking to the rules committee or something. This is not good. JDX, you should sell your copies of Okonek. Maybe you only have one, but sell it now. Sell it now, 100%. Yeah, definitely. There's got to be some way. Artifact. There's a couple artifacts that do that. The Lightning Greaves, some other whatchamacallit. They gonna do something? They have Field of Ruin, but they missed their chance to take it out before I make 6 green, which is... Oh, Greaves. Okay. Okay, good. We got the Lightning Greaves, and... I think they want to take out the Great Henge. Have to do something. Putting me to sleep. Right. Regisaur. You know what? Let's go with Tyrannix Rex. I'm feeling good. Maybe they have Settle the Wreckage. We have to worry about Settle the Wreckage. Would be cool if Lightning Greaves was legal or something. I never have to worry though. Most dinosaurs do have haste. Some, they just come with that, or of course the good old Regisaur, Palani's Hatcher. Yeah. If it was some other creature type, I'd probably be looking at those sort of things. Oh, that's fine by me. Mostly tap out to take out Tyrannix Rex. I'm still going to be doing a bunch of damage. If the opponent wants to spend 6 to get rid of one of my creatures, I'll take that any day. Any day, anytime. Yeah. Still should be good. Yeah, I guess the Shroud would be bad. I think that was before they invented hexproof. There was some things that had hexproof, it just wasn't that keyword around that time, but I guess if you really want to protect something, well, you're going to be doing that. Right. Big time mana. Start with Enduring Vitality, play Palani's Hatcher, tap a bunch, and smoke them, I think. Definitely, moving Greaves would be a little bit rough. I do know there's some blue stuff that does that, and yeah. It's been a while since I've had to look at haste. Things that give haste. There's, well, my favorite one, Surakin Goreclaw. That might be in your cat deck. If it's not, you might want to consider that. Pretty fantastic stuff. I'm sure you may have seen me use Surakin Goreclaw. I sing its praises all the time. Yeah, another Regisaur Alpha. Look at this. This is a perfect moment. I wanted to highlight it. The egg, both of them are tapped. One will be cracked, but it will re-enter untapped as a 3/3. I make use of those two for 2 more mana, more draw, more death.
Ruthless aggression.
Yeah, I have to imagine everybody probably needs some silver bullets in Commander. A bunch of different silver bullets, because it is only one of, which, well, that's still probably the biggest thing that keeps me away from it. Of course, you can make it consistent, the game plan, likely of any deck, but nothing beats the consistency of a 60 card format, 4 of maximum each card. Yeah. I love consistency. Wheel of Sun and Moon. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. I know I've read it before, just off the top of my head, I don't quite remember what it reads as. Excuse me. Silent Gravestone, actually. That's one of my favorite things. Maybe you're using Silent Gravestone. Cards in graveyards can't be the targets of spells, I'm pretty sure. Or your opponent's control. I think you can still target it yourself, but I'm pretty sure they can't be targeted. So it would shut down reanimation stuff if they cast a thing, target a creature or whatever in the graveyard. Yeah. Oh, someone else using Kahira. Huh. I mean, this hand is basically perfect. The opponent is going to be pretty much dead-ish coming up here if they don't kill stuff. Okay, so it is Azorius Control. I have to imagine that Marauding Raptor is probably dead. We'll draw out a counter spell, whatever. Play the other Marauding next turn, or possibly Enduring Vitality. Now we have Carnage Tyrant. That's fine. We're going to be playing it on turn 4 no matter what, and the opponent is going to be squirming quite. Oh, Field of Ruin. Okay. So that's what you want to be doing. I think they might use Field of Ruin here. They'll either counter Marauding and then Field of Ruin now, and we'll see. It's okay. I got another Castle Garenbrig in my hand. We know the drill. That doesn't sound very good. But this hand does look good. Very good. I guess I'm just glad I don't have to deal with some of that milling, reanimation, shenanigans. Painful. Very painful. At the odd time I face it here, of course, but usually it's pretty good. Let's go with Screaming Nemesis. I could have done something good, but I would have not even attacked with Carnage Tyrant or Ghalta. They don't have haste. I gotta assume somebody is going down. What might that be? We'll find out if they have the Wandering Emperor. Okay. There it is. Get it out in the open and see what they will do. We still deal some damage. Feels alright. Okay. This is good. Mostly tapped out. Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, will untap 2 lands, but still fine by me. Hopefully. The Great Henge would be pretty good coming up. Yeah, okay, well, they'll have 3 mana. That could be a little bit rough. Play Carnage Tyrant. I imagine there's a reasonable possibility Ghalta could have been countered. Nothing would have entered. Now we draw out a sweeper, likely. With Carnage Tyrant there, we'll see what they do with this Enduring Vitality. They want to save Teferi, I would imagine, which is okay. Starting to take out a castle. Excuse me. Not the worst thing in the world. Hopefully they don't have another Field of Ruin in their hand to take out the second one, but we're still in a pretty good position. I have to imagine Carnage Tyrant is going to draw something out of the opponent. So there we go. Oh boy. We still get Enduring Vitality there to allow the creatures to tap for multiple mana, but the Great Henge, ooh, that would be good. It would be countered, but it would be good. The game has gone on so long that I can play Carnage Tyrant and still have 3 for Archdruids, which I'm quite excited about. I think there's going to be a good opening where I'm able to search with Archdruids and they're going to tap a bunch of mana. I'm pretty sure. Archdruids, search for Vaultborn, something like that. Search for Cavern of Souls, really. It's probably going to be Cavern of Souls, and then we don't have to worry about any of the opponent's counter spells anymore. Oh boy. Okay. You do what you gotta do. Pyramid of the Pantheon. I think I remember that. I'm pretty sure I remember that one. Hopefully this isn't countered. Oh boy. Bet it is. Oh, that's no fun. Maybe Ghalta is going to resolve with Palani's or Regisaur hastiness. Well, it's not hasty, sadly. I guess that's going to be it. A little bit unfortunate. Certainly I would like Tyrannix Rex instead of Screaming Nemesis. Screaming Nemesis not doing a whole lot of anything for me. Good. They bounced it. They have no sweeper, no removal. Teferi would not have done that if they had something that could have dealt with Ghalta. Oh my, you can't. Oh yes, please. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's done. Basically done, I would say. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They're scared now. I'm just happy to keep Teferi off of its ultimate. Thank you. Phew. Recovery. Well, that sounds pretty good. I got to admit. Try for the Great Hinge here. See if we can sneak it in. I imagine they counter this, but we'll find out. Probably counter. Oh. 2 draws, and then Ghalta's ability resolves. They could be dead right here. Oh, another Vaultborn. Beautiful stuff. 3 draws. The one that was out, the Vaultborn itself, plus the Great Hinge. This is what we're talking about here, folks. Oh, tons of hastiness, lovely aggression. Everybody goes towards Teferi, and we see what happens. Big time. Well, he drew it out. There's always a replacement for something. I have to imagine. There's always a replacement for something. A pretty close enough replacement with Commander having basically the biggest card pool. Yeah. Maybe people have been using a certain card for so long and they don't want to get rid of it. They bought this expensive card, a couple months ago, excited, and then poof, all of a sudden, that goes out the window. Actually, no, not Archdruids yet. Test the waters a bit with Vaultborn Tyrant, and if something happens to it, we'll go with Palani's or Regisaur Alpha. That's what I do, JDX. Sometimes I research dinosaurs, anything with a specific effect. You might think after 6 years or something like that, there's not much reason to search. You've searched everything, but you would be surprised. I bet a lot of people were searching for mana rocks, though. Losing the Jeweled Lotus is one of the biggest hits. That's how that happens. How she goes. Everybody towards Teferi once again. And hopefully, one of those guys connects. Yeah, Teferi is gone, 100%. Of course, if they were mostly tapped out, it might have tried something different, but look, it's the main phase memory deluge from this Azorius opponent. You know what that calls for. And now they're completely tapped out. They don't have Teferi, no lands untapping. Smoke them. Smoke them. The game has gone on so long that I'm spending 3 for Archdruids, finding Ghalta, still having enough to play it, getting them. Getting them good. Super good. Super dead. I think it's time.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
I do know the Mana Vault. I know Warren Power Stone. Thran Dynamo, that's artifact 4 and it taps for 2? No, it's something more busted than that. I don't know. But I do know that Screaming Nemesis is out against Azorius Control, T-Rex, and Domri, maybe. Domri instead of Enduring Vitality. Let's do that. Trim 3 of them. Bring in all 3 of that and poof. Poof. Yeah, I think we'll get them. I don't know. I hear this. I hear Soul Ring is pretty popular. I don't know if anybody has heard of Soul Ring before. Yeah, seems like a decent card, and yeah, it's picking up popularity for sure. It's been printed once or twice, something like that. But yeah, Soul Ring as well. Decent. That's a joke for anybody that's wondering. I know Soul Ring. At the very least, I may not play Commander, but I know Soul Ring. I've heard that too. Of course, everybody pops off potentially, and Soul Ring allows for some crazy stuff, but yes, I guess there is some scenarios where it's not. That's what I think with Commander. Commander Soul Ring. I see a card that has been reprinted. I don't know how many times. I've lost track. I would like to look on Scryfall and see just exactly, but so many versions of that. Ooh. Yeah, the card that comes to mind for me, Soul Ring, whenever I hear Commander. I guess even if something is good, there's got to be some deck where it does make sense. Hi there, Bloppa. How's it going? Hopefully all is well with you, and all is not certainly well with this Azorius opponent. They swept, settled the wreckage, boom. And eventually we got him. Potentially because we targeted Teferi there. But we'll see. I'm quite excited about our potential. I won without Tyrannix Rex. Or did have Tyrannix Rex. No. I did? Yeah. That was the previous opponent. The Boros tokens opponent. Yeah. Mox Opal. Huh. I like Mox Opal. Any of the Moxes are usually pretty fantastic, but I read some articles, well, mostly just the headlines of people talking about the power and the nastiness of that. Hey, keeping it fair and legitimate, JDX. I like to hear that. I'm sure there's the temptation to make Cheerios as busted as possible. Just good old wholesome card advantage. Kind of like Vaultborn Tyrant. When Ghalta Stampede Tyrant drops all that stuff and I draw so much, and the Great Henge. I did it again. I beat an Azorius Control opponent so badly after they couldn't have done any better, and I still got the better of them. I feel for him, I guess. I have a heart. Oh boy. Yikes. Okay. Good stuff. It is kind of nice to persevere and win against Azorius Control without Tyrannix Rex, but, well, if you were wondering, I know some of you are new and you're watching this right now later on. There you go. If they sweep, it's not over. They may need to sweep every single turn, and eventually they're gonna run out. No, JDX, they didn't even counter at the Cavern of Souls. Sometimes it surprises the opponent, and I always say, if you're going to play a land and the opponent might destroy it, I'm sure that happens in Commander. Save that land until you can drop it and get some benefit from it. Whether or not it's Cavern of Souls, I would appreciate playing Commander and only having to buy one Cavern, because you can only have one. I was hoping with Lost Caverns of Ixalan that it would go down decently in price, but doesn't seem to be the case, unfortunately. I didn't try that. Not yet. Not yet. I think I will at some point. Splashing for blue. Huh. There's not a whole lot we're going to do with this, though, and Screaming Nemesis actually could be quite nice. Dropping that, blocking somebody big with what appears to be mono red. Ooh, that's not fun. And the festivities. And the festivities. I've seen it mentioned against mono green devotion. Take out the elves. Even if it's 1 red to deal 1 damage, take out the Llanowar elf or the elvish mystic. Seems alright. Hopefully Screaming Nemesis seems alright. We'll try and block a big Soulscar Mage, even though they're putting 1/1 counters on it whenever non-combat damage is dealt to it, so it doesn't trigger its ability, sadly. Yeah, I could see myself trying the Enigma Jewel. Certainly. Take it out. Good. 1 less Soulscar Mage. Beautiful stuff indeed. Would be nice with a Carnage Tyrant, but hey, we'll play this block and maybe still take it out. They might have to watch out. Tail's End is good, yes. 1 in the blue, counter a legendary spell, triggered ability, or an activated ability. I think it is. I like it. I don't know why they're attacking, because this doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Oh, it's dealt damage. I took out Den of the Bugbear. Plus, okay. That was beautiful. 100%. And now we have Palani's Hatcher. 3 blockers. You want chump blockers against a deck like this. Do I feel safe attacking? It's only 3 damage. I'd rather play it safe and keep everybody behind. Yeah. Yeah, Tail's End. Huh? It's pretty good. I have to imagine in Command there's lots of legendary stuff that Tail's End would hit. 100%. I like Stifle. I think Tail's End is probably my favorite. I love the art on Tail's End. Something about it. Looks like the opponent is choking a wee bit. Let me see. No, don't use Castle Garenbrig. Stop it. We have to force the auto tapper to be smart. There we go. We got the mana. Great Henge taps for 2. Sunken taps for 2. Castle Garenbrig. We get our mana for Carnage Tyrant. That's a little bit of interesting math there. I'm not going to knock the auto tapper. It's probably hard to connect all of that, but I think we're in a good position. Let's continue to play it safe. There's no reason to, get ahead of ourselves here. Leave all that stuff behind. If we're going to win, we're going to win next turn. I hope. No, don't ban the henge. Don't do it. Yeah. Ban the Great Henge in Pioneer. Oh boy. Doesn't look so bad. Yeah, they're angry. They use their ancestral anger of mono red always being angry, because they're angry when they lose to a deck that is slower. That should not happen, but sometimes it does. Sometimes they just die, as they're about to do. Right here. Okay, good stuff. It would have been nice if he nodded, and then just as it ended, they concede. Of course, I'll never know when they'll concede, but I'm probably going to keep in Screaming Nemesis, I gotta say. Enduring Vitality? Well, perhaps. perhaps. Now, creatures are exiled with Soulscar Mage? No, not Soulscar Mage, the Kumano. Etching of Kumano. If a creature dealt damage by a source they control would die, exile and exile it instead. So that means Enduring Vitality wouldn't return as an enchantment only if it was exiled. Maybe a bit of interaction with Domri, Pugnacious as well. I say we do Pugnacious. Could just be more helpful than Carnage Tyrant. Possibly. Of course, the trample is nice, but boom, we're going to be fighting, we're going to be killing. It's going to be a good time, I think. Screaming Nemesis was... oh, that was an all-star. Maybe they should ban Screaming Nemesis. If enough people scream and rage, they just might. I know, no ley lines, no ley line of Sanctity. I'm not even using some of the new ley lines from Duskmourn. They got a bunch of cool ones. Leyline of the Void is a reprint, but I think the other 4 colors are brand new. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I'm not too worried. I'm not really facing Mono Black Waste Knot, which is the main thing, you know, that I brought in Leyline of Sanctity for, and for a few days there, maybe about a week, I had that to begin with, and it was pretty good. Of course, Castle Garenbrig is also pretty good. The opponent hasn't played any creatures. I have to imagine they have a bunch of burn spells, perhaps. I'm fine if that's the first thing they do. Do I like Marauding? Kind of. Archdruids at some point. Yeah. Let me think. You know what? Marauding Raptor. That's what I'm going with. Next turn, Archdruids searching for and putting Sunken out. Next turn I would have been able to make 6 green, but not a red for Marauding. This way, things could be better. Decently better. We'll find out. Ban Basic Island, 100%. Snow cover too. Liliana with the ley lines. Maybe 8 different ley lines. 4 Leyline of the Void and 4 Leyline of Sanctity. Ooh, something to consider. I might try it out. But with that Pugnacious Hammer Skull, I'm looking to get 6 next turn. I could have played Pugnacious and reduced the Great Henge by 3. Would have played it for 3 and then only been able to tap for 2. Wouldn't have been able to play Enduring Vitality with that, so we'll see. But snow-covered lands. Speaking of that, Blappa. I like snow-covered lands. The OG ones from Ice Age. Something nostalgic about that. Pretty cool. Of course it does look pretty dated, but I like the snow-covered forests from original Ice Age. Definitely my favorite. It would be nice to get 7 next turn. I'd play... oh, well, I got 7 next turn. Pugnacious, Enduring, Vaultborn, yeah. 2 creatures. You know what, let's go with that. Pugnacious has the same power as Vaultborn Tyrant, the same reduction on the Great Henge there, so keep spending their mana on this. Maybe they would have taken out Vaultborn. It's hard to say, but either way, we're playing Vaultborn next turn. That's kind of what I started out with. I started out with 8th edition. The white border, that's pretty different. I don't know. I guess I've just never really disliked borders. As long as it's a dinosaur, I like crushing opponents. Atraxa, Transmogrify. Okay, folks, they're on fire. That's certainly not what I expected, but mono red aggro Transmogrify, huh? I wasn't expecting that. Yuck.
But you can't do this to me.
You know how much I sacrificed?
Okay. Cold Snap is good. Modern Horizons 1. That's also... Yeah, maybe Cold Snap. I played a Cold Snap draft with a booster box before. That was pretty cool, I gotta say. I like that quite a bit. But they haven't won yet. W-Clip, yes, absolutely. Right. Great Henge. 1-2, 1-2, yeah. We still got. Just double checking I still would have the mana to play the Vaultborn. And then we play another Vaultborn. We should still be safe. If at any point we get Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, the opponent is, well, their chances are going to be cooked. That's for sure. Definitely. Yeah, well, no. As some of you guys know, JDX, you definitely know. I don't get too flustered by bannings. Of course, again, if you only play one thing, that's how it goes. Usually nothing is going to stop you. Maybe one day I make Dinosaurs so good that they ban multiple cards, perhaps, but I don't know. Bannings usually make it better for myself, so I guess I am a little bit biased with this type of discussion. Huh. Skewer the critics, that is something. Next turn is also going to be something quite deadly indeed. Ghalta has to be coming up at some point here. Right. Well, first we activate Castle Garenbrig 100%. You know, get that mana going, then play Palani's Hatcher. And we should still be able to make Ghalta Stampede Tyrant mana if we draw it. We can still play another Vaultborn, still be attacking with tons of people. Just quite nice indeed. Making use out of those eggs. Where's Ghalta? Come on, you can do it. Yeah, we'll go with that. I could have gone with Archdruid's Charm, but I have to imagine that, you know, multiple Vaultborn triggers plus the Great Henge. We're going to be getting Ghalta anyways. I would think. You would hope. One left. Stomping Ground it is. Guess I can tap some stuff just to take out Atraxa. I might do that. You know what? I think I will. It would be nice if everybody had Vigilance, attacking and then tapping for Archdruid's mana. Yeah, no, not that. I'm not super worried. I feel like just sending the Vaultborns really shouldn't have been pugnacious. Atraxa trading with that, yeah. Should have just been both, but I still feel pretty good. We should be able to get them. Oh, it's been interesting. Pushing the limits. I think I would rather, I've said it a couple times in the past, I would rather them completely push the envelope and then dial it back rather than make it watered down, not as powerful. Yeah. Of course, Nadu, a Winged Wisdom. That was an oopsie. I read the articles about the design of that card. Not great, not great. Should be alright. I mean, maybe they have a sweeper. They would take out both Vaultborns. Perhaps. I have to think there's some number of sweepers in the deck. Somewhere. Probably. But next turn, absolutely. We search for Ghalta, play it, and we're good to go. So they basically have to kill us this turn, which we're at 24, and I don't think that's going to be happening. 6 with the Goblins, 8 with Reflection, 7 with Atraxa, 15, 18. At the most, it could be 18, but there is Palani's Hatcher to block, so yeah, they got one card left.
You have no power here.
Boom. Okay, bunch of treasures. Well, still not lethal. Actually, I'll take out one of the goblins. That is the original, and then the token is sacrificed because of reflection. I'm alright with that. Down to 4. Hopefully they don't kill me. Ooh, do they have something up their sleeve? Play with fire plus activating Ramanap ruins. That could be. Huh. Hopefully I didn't just jinx myself. Oh boy. They have the mana to do that. Oh. Not fun. Transmogrify. Okay. You just got another one. It may not matter. They might have something that deals 3 damage at instant speed. Hey, I'm still left at 1. I'm getting Ghalta next turn. Killing him. 100%. I have Enduring Vitality. I have enough mana. Oh. What do we got? Play with fire. Still fine. There's Regisaur Alpha that... Well, that's going to be giving everybody haste and making sure we kill him. I don't see why we wouldn't. And okay. Archdruid's Charm, Ghalta time. It's pretty fantastic when in the main phase I can search for the finisher, and just straight up play it. Do I want Marauding? It doesn't really matter. Nah, we'll just play Ghalta. We should be alright. 3 draw triggers before Ghalta resolves. We're going to be getting another play. Good. This is very important because now I saved those dinosaur eggs. If I had played Marauding first, boom, would have lost the eggs. Now I don't. Of course, Marauding would have been, they're dead, but super dead. Super done. Man, look at those Vaultborns. Look at that life gain back up to 33. Huh. Golly gee. Then, I kind of like playing a Regisaur. What do I want to play? Yeah. Let's do Pugnacious Hammerskull. Tap one of the tokens. More draw, more life. Just keep chaining it. Everybody can tap because, well, they all have haste and they all tap. Okay, we got them.
Dang!
You won! You did it!
Diamond 1. Having fun. Oh, that's... Yeah, that's rest in peace, Blop. 100%. Ooh. Okay. I guess the question is, do you need Enduring Vitality? I think so. Was Screaming Nemesis good tonight? Definitely. Definitely. It's the removal package because chances are it takes out multiple things. Marauding, ping, we take out reflection, like I mentioned. It attacks, maybe Atraxa blocks Screaming Nemesis, and then they realize their mistake. But it could happen. I could play Screaming Nemesis right there for 1 red. 2 Marauding Raptor pings. 2 instances of 2 damage, which, might come in handy. Potentially I lose Screaming Nemesis, but taking out reflection might be nice. For 1 red, I draw a card and get 2 damage times 2. 4 damage. Split. You get the idea. That's pretty fantastic. 1 red. And also, because it has haste, with Enduring Vitality, Screaming Nemesis is free with that maximum cost reduction. Before the Marauding Raptor pings happen, you tap this for mana. Boom. For free, I draw a card and deal 4 damage split to any targets. 2 damage to any 2 targets. Ooh, the more I talk about this, it's getting better and better. Okay. Yeah. All right. I think we might just Haste, yes. Haste is good. Haste definitely puts Screaming Nemesis over the top. People might be screaming that haste is too good. Perhaps. Yeah, I know. It's like the perfect thing. It's like a dinosaur spirit, almost. Man. Kind of wish the art was maybe a little bit better. It's hard to tell exactly what's going on. Yeah. Maybe I can make it bigger for everybody. There we go. Screaming Nemesis up there. We can read about it. 2 in red. But, as you see here, 2 Maraudings, 1 red. This is free. With Enduring Vitality. Perfect. Perfect stuff. Man. So much amazing potential. I don't know if you guys like drawing a card for free and 2 damage to 2 different targets. Any target. Planeswalker. You could double up that damage to be a total of 4 to take out some pesky Planeswalker that you don't like seeing. That's alright. I like free removal. And I think we'll leave it there for now. I was actually thinking I might not even do it tonight. I was about to pass out, but I gave myself a second wind because I told myself we're doing this. I love this too much to not do it, even though some nights I am a little bit tired. I wish I could do it more often and for longer, but of course everybody does need sleep. Many of you may be sleeping already, or I put you to sleep with my fantastic soothing voice. All right. Hopefully the drive to work goes good if you're listening or finishing during your drive. And yeah, see everybody next time. Where's the untapped EDH? Okay, I'll look it up right now after I'm done here. Before I even make the chapters for the stream, I'll see what it's all about, what I need to do to sign up. I know it's pretty easy, and yeah, that's what I'm doing. Okay. Have a good night, everybody watching right now, later on, whenever it is, wherever it is. Get some good rest. And I'll see you next time. Peace. And what do I want to press?
I am inevitable.